Got the gamer headset on to celebrate the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Guys, want to watch me play that game on Friday, be sure to subscribe to my gaming channel. But that's not what we're here to talk about, guys. You know, we're here to discuss Supreme Week 10, the partial drop list, most of the items that are coming out. I couldn't wait for the full one to release, but of course, I'll post that when we get it. We're going through each and every item releasing this week, the best resale picks, the sleeper items of the week. We really cover it all, so don't miss out to the very end of the video where the most important items are going to be covered. Let's get right into it. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to please hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. We go live every single Thursday and Friday for Supreme and for Palace. I also just dropped my review of the Palace Week 4 drop list yesterday, so go check that out if you haven't already. Also consider and follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. If you ever need to contact me, DM me. Links, as always, are in the description down below. We're also 60% of the way there for our 10 member goal by the end of the year. Starting at only $2.99 a month, you guys can become members of the channel, get exclusive chat icons, exclusive access to giveaways, members only polls, and at the higher tiers, you can even come on the channel, hop on a stream, collab with your boy, give some content suggestions. Check that out. I appreciate you all for your continued support. All right, here we are with Supreme Week 10, the partial drop list from Supreme Drops. Now remember, this is the partial drop list. That means there could be items added. The prices are likely to change slightly for some of these pieces, but I'd say this is about 85% what we can expect, maybe 90% depending on how accurate the information really is. And let's jump over to supremecommunity.com and look at the items from the least hyped to the most hyped right now. Starting out with the enamel small box 6-panel. This thing is a very mid hat, low tier. I understand why it's so far downvoted. Unless you can take that pin out and use it on something else, I don't really see the appeal of this hat really at all. I do want to take a better look at it though, so I'm gonna slide over for a second, but I think this is definitely a hat worth skipping, and at $44 or maybe $54, definitely not worth your money. The AOI stacked hooded sweatshirt is disappointing. I downvoted this thing. I'm not a fan of this. The embroidery is probably decent given that it's AOI, but compared to his previous stuff with Supreme, this thing is very, very skippable. If you like the embroidery, get it, but to me, it's just not a good design. Colors aren't great. It's way too basic. It has the same embroidery on the front as it does on the back, just a little smaller on the front, and the estimated price on this thing is like 158 bucks. Who needs it? Not me. The short sleeve top is up next, 78 bucks. I actually dig this thing quite a bit. I love when Supreme does a cool thing like a symbol or just a word like my drama shirt. I'm probably not going to buy it though, given that it's 78 bucks. And I've been trying to avoid buying too many t-shirts. I have way too many, but I do like these heavy cotton slub jerseys for the winter time. I think they're great underneath like a jacket, and you can still wear them in the summer because it's obviously a short sleeve top, but it is a little bit thicker. Estimated price is 78 bucks for the Ohm tee. Definitely a personal pick, but don't sleep on it if you need a new Supreme t-shirt in your life. With the micro down items right here with the half zip pullover and the micro down pants. First up, the Pertex pullover. I always think these are going to do better than they do. They do kind of have a nice price discount compared to Gore-Tex, like they're cheaper. They're kind of a personal item. Half zip, you got the cool pocket right there. I think the best colorway to go for possible resale is larger sizes in this periwinkle purple. Other than that, maybe black for clean, but desert camo really doesn't sell too well. I think the same goes for the pants. A little bit more potential on the tops, but definitely more of a personal item. You got 238 and 188 respectfully on those two guys. Grandpa item of the week, Chenille sweater vest at a whopping 168 estimated retail price. I could see this thing potentially dropping down to like 148. 168 seems expensive unless acrylic chenille is super pricey. I don't know anything about the fabric, but I can't really be a good judge of these items. I typically don't like them. I think pink and the tan could have some potential, but it's up to you, established gentlemen out there, refined sirs that like to wear sweater vests to church, whatever you do with them, to school. I don't know. I'm not copping it, but let me know if you are. Brush stripe beanie, I'm not really feeling this guy. If I had to pick one, it might be the bright blue or the tan and light reddish brown right there, whatever that color is. But you get the Supreme Old English logo embroidered. It's okay. 44 bucks for this beanie, I believe. Nothing too special. If you like it, go for it, but don't expect it to resell for any kind of money. I actually dig this hat quite a bit. The Liberty 6 panel with artwork by Willow. I think this artwork looks best on the hat, and I do love the classic Supreme 6-panel logo on the back of the hat. Same exact logo as I'm wearing on my S cap right here. So that is pretty dang cool. Artwork looks dope. We got 4 good colors. I think it's really up to you. There might be one that sells out before the others. I'd say maybe this dark navy or purple, whatever this color is right here. I could also see the red going because it's so different from the rest of them, but we'll have to just wait and see. I don't think there's going to be a ton of resale on this. 48 bucks too. It's not that much of a price premium, to be honest, for an artist collaboration. That is kind of sick. All right, the AOI quilted work jacket is next. I don't know why this is classified as a work jacket. To me, it looks like a bomber, but what do I know? This thing is so interesting because it really does nod to the 2020 pandemic, COVID, and all that stuff, which is so crazy that that was 4 years ago. We got the worldwide map right here. You got the scientists, the soldiers, the stock market in the background, which I didn't notice, along with the viruses, the pills. It's a cool piece of artwork and really speaks to the times of the 2020 craziness. I know a lot of y'all got involved with like Supreme streetwear sneakers and reselling during that time, which is cool. I was kind of not really a part of that until the very end in like 2022, which I guess it was still kind of going on. But I think the black one definitely looks better from the two. I'm not sure how this thing will do given that it's estimated to be $278. I know the last time we had that work jacket in fall winter 23, it was like 500 bucks. It was super expensive, and that thing still sold out and still resold. We'll have to wait and see. This could end up being really slept on and end up being maybe not very produced, or there could just not be a ton of demand on it. We'll just wait and see. But if you like it, I would buy it, given that AOI stuff in the past has done pretty good. But we'll see what this thing does come release. Cordura Ripstop Camp Cap. Crazy that this is voted up higher than the AOI jacket, but nonetheless, you got the blank box logo right here. I mean, I guess it is technically printed, but you just can't see it. You'll have to get your Sharpie from your New Era hat from 2 seasons ago or whatever to fill it in yourself. Cordura hat also releasing with Palace this week, which is funny. Maybe they'll get into some beef like the Cortez X Palace beef we saw during the live stream last week. That was insane, learning about Clint versus Palace. Good stuff on the live streams. Be sure to join for those. Yeah, this hat's nothing special. Get it if you like it. Don't kick yourself if you don't, though, because it's nothing insane. Waffle plaid hooded shirt. I'm giving this thing sleeper item of the week, and let me tell you why. It's a cool winter item. It's thermal. It'll keep you nice and warm. Button up to stay classy. Supreme work logo with that yellow and black. Love that thing. It's the Supreme Carhartt logo. That's what I call it. And we don't really see these too often. Like once a season, we'll get these hoodie flannels, but they still have the collar. I think it's just a unique looking design. And this multicolor one has dope vibes to it. I don't know what else to say. Monotone one is also pretty cool, black and white. And the estimated price is $138, so not too horrible. We'll have to wait and see what this thing does. I think it'll be very easy to cop though. Let's be realistic here. At the State zip-up hooded sweatshirt, I think there could be some potential on this New York Knicks, New York Mets colorway, given New York sports right now having a bit of a moment. I just don't like the back though. Really, that's the only downside. Is this logo right here. The State is fine, but the half arc, I wish it was just condensed a little bit. It's too much of a sharp, acute angle. I wish it was a little bit more relaxed, if you know what I'm saying. If it's like this right now, let's bring it up to like that and have that be the angle, like a classic arc logo. But that's just a small nitpick, I suppose. If you like it, go for it. Again, I think the New York colorway will be the best one to go after. Estimated price, $158 on that. Stripe zip long sleeve polo. I really don't know how I feel about this thing. Could be a secondary uncle item of the week, we'll call it. I don't know. Old head item with the Supreme classic logo with the little accent over the E, New York. The colorways aren't really doing it for me. Maybe black and white, maybe the strawberry shortcake. I don't know. It's not on the partial drop list, so I don't have a price for y'all. I'd guess anywhere from 98 to about 110 on this thing. Anything more is a little bit much, in my opinion. But if you like the quarter zip polo design, hey, knock yourself out. One of the best items this week, though, is this brushed wool suit. Estimated price $668. The return of Loro Piñana Doleskin wool. Very cool. fabric made in Italy, really classic suit vibes. You know, I'm no dye workwear on Twitter, but I try to keep up with what's cool in terms of menswear, trying to elevate the fashion around here. I mean, look at me, look how I'm dressed. I need me a new suit. Probably not this one though. Let's be realistic, but one day we'll definitely get the Supreme suit. This is exactly the kind of thing I want to see out of a streetwear brand making a suit. You give us the logos, you give us the repeated stuff on the inside, right? So we can see it, but on the outside, it's nice, it's clean, it's a good pattern, no crazy graphics, just nice, monotone, matching set of pants. It's really all you need. Black one, very classy. Teal one is a little bit more fun. So they got the fun colorway, and you got the clean colorway. Which one will you guys be picking up? I say don't sleep on the suit. Supreme makes like one per year. Get it while you can. Double knee painter pants coming in next. We're getting into the top 5, guys. Top 5, top 5, top 5. Okay, here we go. Watch out for Dusty Purple. I feel like Dusty Purple's been having a moment. If any of these were to sell out, it might be this one or the patterned one, which I thought was Willow. It looks similar, but it could just be a random Supreme pattern made in-house. And it's pretty light, like you can't really tell. I'm assuming from a distance, but close up you could see the pattern on that. So we'll see how these end up doing, but double knee painter pants seem to still be very popular. Been thinking of picking the pair up myself. We'll see if I end up doing it. Maybe you guys can gaslight me into doing it if you come on the live stream on Thursday. All right, and the number 4 spot is the Supreme CW push pin set. I have no idea what these are used for. When I think push pins, I think of stuff you use on the wall to hang up posters, flags, etc. Is this something you put like on your collar or on your cuff, on your blazer? What do you do with a CDW push pin set? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll pin, no pun intended, the best comment that I see. But pretty cool pins. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Different logos, Supreme flowers, Buckham, Supreme Chinese characters, the star, box logo, and whatever this is right here, a little sun. So pretty cool. $78 estimated price. I could definitely see this thing selling out for people that know what to do with it. For me though, I have no clue what this is even used for. The Mohair beanie is next. I actually really dig this item here. I think this is probably the best beanie in my opinion that's released all season, especially in this purple with the black logo. Super clean. I also really like the gray. It just reminds me of a Supreme box logo hoodie, but in a beanie form. You don't need the giant logo to prove that you're a Supreme fan. I think these kind of sleeper items are super dope, and I could see this beanie actually selling out. $44, and Mohair is a pretty cool item. I'm actually considering it. We'll see though, once release comes. I might end up saving this week because, let's be honest guys, it isn't the craziest week, but we do have at least one crazy item coming up next.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night. Bruh.
And last but not least, we have the Supreme Meter X Spirit Level. This is not for measuring spiritual pressure. We're not talking about bleach. This is not a Shinigami accessory. It is for measuring picture frames, stuff on your wall, lines, for constructing, drafting, all that stuff that you know everybody on this channel is doing constantly. We love home improvement around here. But yeah, this estimated price is what, $58? I'm on the wrong thing. $58 if you look right there, bada bing. And if you need to measure stuff, you can get this guy. It'll probably sell out. If you're a big collector, get both colorways, see if one of them resells for more. But I could also see this thing sitting for a little bit. It really just depends on how people are feeling and how many they produce. But I do like the fact that it's made of aluminum. That is better than plastic. The one I have is plastic. I don't need this thing, but it is pretty funny. It's got a ruler on it too, which is definitely helpful. And I do like that it has the 2-sided levels, which is cool. So that is the full drop list for Supreme Week 10 of Fall Winter 2024. Honestly, a pretty slow week, and I don't blame you guys if you end up skipping. I think the only item really worth going for this week for resale is the Crest soccer jersey. I mean, the Mohair beanie, potentially. This guy was actually downvoted quite a bit before I started this thing, or maybe it wasn't too far down low. Anyway, I upvoted it. I like this thing a lot. The Meter X Spirit Level, I think these accessories get voted a little too high oftentimes. I don't think it's gonna do really anything too crazy, maybe $20 above retail. I'd be surprised if it does any more than that. Push pin set 2 could maybe be something, but we'll have to wait and see. AOI pandemic work jacket, I could maybe in the larger sizes, definitely could do something, as well as the waffle plaid hooded shirt. I think that's probably more of a personal sleeper item of the week type vibe, as well as the wool suit. I dig the wool suit, but probably pretty tough to sell something that's going to be pretty easily manually copyable for people and already has that high retail price, but you never know. Could end up being an absolute banger. What are you guys copping this week? Be sure to stick around and tune into the stream on Thursday. We start an hour before the drop to go live at 10 a.m. EST, and we have a good time. It's a blast. Come out to that. Guys, the next one, your boy Thomas, and I'm out. Peace.